Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Redbird Replay. This is Scott Kirker, along with the coach, John Helmick, and sideline reporter that's going to be up here in the booth with us is Colton Kaler. Guys, tonight Metamora comes in. They're 2-0. We had a very impressive win last week. Really, Metamora's been pretty good this year offensively and defensively, but last week that first half was about as good as it gets.
Yeah, you know, and playing a team like this, maybe this is at the right time because sometimes you have a letdown after you play real well, and maybe a letdown will still be able to get through with a victory tonight. So hopefully we'll get better, though.
Yeah, and the weather's not real good. It's rainy, it's windy. We've got a pretty decent crowd when you stop and think about how bad the weather is.
On this side.
Yeah.
How about the other side? Yeah, you're right. And it's a tough game to prepare for. You know, you got to tell your kids that anything can happen, and they know they're supposed to win. And the weather has a tendency to make the game more even when you get rain and wind. So anything, you know, you got to play from the first down on, hoping you get on them in a hurry.
Metamora gets ready to come out onto the field. East Peoria 0-2 coming into this contest. This first night of Mid-Illini Conference play. Colton, you had a chance to talk to some of the players earlier this week.
Yeah, we had a chance to talk to them, and right now they're just kind of rolling off the confidence they've had from the last 2 weeks. You know, Tommy's been throwing the ball well, and he's even been running it. I mean, the line's been just phenomenal, and our defense has just looked like it hasn't in I don't know how long. But defensively tonight, they're going to be looking for a lot of picks. The quarterback tonight likes to throw the ball a lot, and you know, sometimes we'll throw into double coverage, and so they said if they're in the right positions, they'll look to take advantage of that. And last week rather, we saw a lot of players go down, you know, with cramps, but probably obviously won't be an issue tonight. But Ryan Vogel will not play as much defense as he had, just kind of get him some more rest and not use him so much.
Yeah, last week it was a hot night, and that probably had a lot to do with all the cramping. But Metamora out onto the field. East Peoria hasn't come out. We're about 2 minutes away from kickoff. Why don't we take this time now and talk to the Metamora offensive coordinator.
This is John Helmick. I'm with Nick Dolinsky, the offensive coordinator from the Metamora Redbirds. Nick, not typical, but not a good offensive weather tonight.
No, this isn't ideal. At least it's misty. It's not a straight downpour, and I'm a little bit more worried about the wind than I am necessarily the rain. So
definitely, I've always felt that the wind affects you more than anything
way
else.
More than the rain. So we've got a lot of footballs ready to go tonight that Tommy's doctored up. So
fortunately, it's not cold.
No, it's 68. It's very humid. So yeah, the wind's more of an issue, but I think we'll be able to hold off.
What adjustments do you make on weather like this? Do you make any obvious adjustments? You throw the ball less?
I think the game will play itself out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, obviously if we got a dry ball early, we're going to use the dry ball.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if we're having trouble snapping and catching and throwing the ball, then obviously we're going to have to change a little bit. But we have enough in our run game that we feel for tonight that we should be, you know, pretty locked in and be able to, if that's what ends up happening, we have to run it. So, but, you know, if we throw bubble screens and short passes and give them opportunities to secure the catch and then try to make a move versus getting upfield. But the one thing that is nice, even on a wet night, is we know we're running routes to, and still the defense doesn't. And
right.
The turf shouldn't be, you know, the turf would be nice because, you know, you're not going to have the mud. And, boy, if we were at home tonight, it would have been a mess.
I've often thought that the wide receivers got an advantage because the defensive backs have to react to them.
They have no idea.
To the cuts.
Yeah.
And plus the backs, we always told them to cut so they get through the line of scrimmage cut because you got to react to them also.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's a tough game to play, but maybe you can get on them early.
Well, that'd be the goal. That would be the goal. Defensively, though, they've only given up 22 points.
Really?
So, you know, they've played pretty well. 64 is a heck of a football player. He's going to play nose and 3 technique. He's their left defensive tackle. He's as good as anybody in the conference. And
really?
We'll have to make, you know, we kind of game plan to find where he's at and make sure that we, you know, have 2 guys for him at all times. And, you know, the one thing that, and you know, one thing you can do to really good ones is not block them. And find ways to read them, and hopefully they're wrong more times than we are. So
we'll put him out there on an island, let him do whatever they do is wrong.
He can run wherever he wants. We'll make him wrong. So
that's right.
There's some of that's in the playbook tonight too.
Well, good. Well, good luck to you tonight, and wish you the best of luck. Maybe it'll make you a little bit better for the next game.
Yeah, no
That's
doubt.
the key.
No doubt. We'll do our best.
Okay.
Thanks.
Welcome back to East Peoria. Well, Coach Dolinsky is. What are you going to say about a game like this? It's a tough game to talk about. You really don't know what you're even probably going to get from your own team.
Yeah, it's and you got to make them believe that it could be a game. They're looking at you like, really? You know, and the important thing is that you got to get a week better. That's what I fear. You play 2 games, this one in Limestone, and if you don't get a week better, all of a sudden you walk into that Dunlap game and they'll kick your fanny. So you got to work on doing the little things well. You got to work on execution. You got to work on being in the right place at the right time and getting a week better.
And that's what Metamora has done each week so far. This is week 3. I can't imagine. I hope that the weather gets better as the season goes on. That's probably more important than anything right now for us, anyway.
I gotta get readjusted here. Yeah, okay, I'm all right.
Big win for the freshmen tonight, 49-0.
Yeah.
Boy, they looked good in that first half.
Yeah, that was just about the halftime score, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was over 40. Yeah.
42-0 at
Yeah.
halftime, and running clock the second half. But they looked good the entire game. Got a lot of kids in the game, and as we get ready for this opening kickoff, I couldn't tell who won the toss and who's going to kick.
We're kicking off, but we didn't win the. We're receiving, and we didn't win the toss.
Okay. Well, we have received every opening kickoff so far this season.
Really? And I told you last week, I always wanted the ball to start the second half.
Yeah,
always.
I love that.
If you're ahead, chance to pour it on. If you're behind, chance to catch up. So, but you know, with the win like it is, if we can use that win right now, well, they can use that win right now. But we can move the ball on the ground. I'm not too concerned about the win against East Peoria because I think we can run the football, and the win doesn't affect the run.
No, it does not. Vogel and Poston back deep for the Redbirds. Nice to see Vogel back out on the field. Had both legs cramp up on him last week.
I don't see him.
He's number 38 on this side.
Oh, I thought that was 33.
It's 38.
Okay.
Back deep for the Redbirds, number 21, Burnett. That probably won't happen this year. Number 38, Vogel.
You got it.
And that's going to be Vogel at about the and he's going to get a nice return across the 50, and he'll be pushed out of bounds in Raider territory at about the 44-yard line. Nice return by the Metamora senior.
Yeah, definitely, and that'll stop that problem with the wind, won't it? You got good field position now. You can kind of grind it down there and hopefully run it in. I was impressed with the line last week. I thought they did a heck of a job. I saw holes to run through. I thought Tommy had all kinds of time to throw the ball, so hopefully they'll get another week better.
It's like it's Yeager starting out in the backfield. Got 3 wide to this side, 1 wide to the far side. Yeager with a nice, probably about 11-yard gain for the Redbirds.
Yeah, it looked like the right guard Smith pulled left and got a good trap block.
First down, Metamora.
Same play.
Pretty close to the same result.
Yes.
McClure again up the middle. Gain of 9 on the play. We have second down and 9 and 1.
That one was probably McClure.
See where Cassup's coming in now as a tight end. Oh, he's in the backfield, isn't he?
Yeah, but I'm sure he'll move.
Yeah. He's up. He's down. He's in the right end.
Oh, that's a nice job. Pickup of about 8 yards. That takes it down inside the 20, down to the 16-yard line.
Is that student body right?
Yeah.
Everybody is coming this way.
Looks at a 1st and 10 for the Redbirds. Core switches sides.
You must have seen something. Oh.
And he'll take it inside the 15, just barely inside the 15.
Looked like the middle linebacker. No, 64, the nose guard. Got off his block and got the tackle.
Dolinsky talked about 64.
Yeah.
Donovan Thorne. He's a 6'3", 285-pound senior. Big kid.
Looks like he moves pretty well, too.
And that's going to be probably a 1st and goal right inside the 1-yard line.
Yeah.
Boy, is that
was Gatton on the reception there.
Picked up some nice blocking.
Yeah, you know, it looked like if he'd have stayed outside, he might have got in the end zone a little bit easier. He cut it back up inside. There's Gatton, and is that Moore over there with him? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that Burnett?
No, and McClure. Logan McClure. 2nd and goal from about the 1-foot line.
Let's see if Tommy takes it in by himself. He's done that a lot lately.
Oh, they stuffed it. That's a loss. That's out to about the 5-yard line. Brings up a 3rd and goal.
That usually means they've scouted us.
Yeah.
When you get down there and he takes the ball that much, they're going to get on him pretty good.
3 on the play to bring up 3rd down.
He's at about the 3-yard line. Touchdown, Metamora.
That looked like the midline, like
Yeah.
they read the middle.
So Vogel and the extra point crew come onto the field. John Geyer, the snapper. Zach Beanblossom, the holder. Nice job by that offensive line.
Yeah, they've done a good job for 3 weeks now. Well, hopefully the 3rd week, but the first 2 weeks they did a tremendous job. They're bigger than you think they are. You know, they're bigger than I thought they were. You got some kids in there, 250, 260.
Yeah, we're pretty stout up front.
Yeah.
Thank goodness for a motion penalty. It really doesn't change a whole lot.
No, it doesn't. That's why some people make the mistake on a delay a game. They want to call timeout. Don't take the penalty. He can kick it from there.
Wind might have a factor in it, though.
Yeah. Yep, you're right. It did.
Did they block that?
Attempt is
I think so, yeah.
Makes it 6-0. Redbird's got the ball. It's about a 9-10 play drive. Went right down the field and scored.
44 yards, yeah.
Set up by a nice return by Vogel.
Special teams, boy, they're so important. Especially if you're playing a good ball club. You know, your special teams can get you out of a lot of trouble and get you field position. And
.801 to go. First quarter, Redbirds up 6-0. And that'll go through the back of the end zone.
yeah, it did.
kickoff is out of the end zone. Placed at 20-yard line. First and 10 for the Raiders.
The Raiders will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
Night like tonight, that's important. Make them go the whole length of the field with the weather like it is.
And he's going to lose about 5 yards.
They come out in a spread set with two wides one way and a wide the other way, so they're going to spread it out and either try to throw it or create some natural holes and run the ball.
Brings up a 2nd and 15. Nice job by the Redbird defensive line, getting a lot of pressure. Good job by the DBs too to really give him no one to throw to.
I love to see those back numbers up front. I mean, these are pretty quick. Both ends are back numbers.
And a pickup of maybe 2 yards brings up a 3rd and about 12 for the Red Raiders.
Number 3, Brogan, Stewart, running back. Kaden will come on to play to bring up 3rd down.
Oh, nice catch. Nice pass, nice catch.
Westbrook's pass complete to number 6.
You let the slot back inside on a slant pattern over the middle.
First down, Raiders.
So they cross into Redbird territory. 1st and 10. And he maybe got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
Put twins to both sides and try to run the ball up the middle. Spread you out and run through you.
That kind of flipped the field, though, a little bit for East Peoria, didn't it? Them getting the ball over the 50-yard line, they were going to, if we stop them there, they're going to have to punt into the wind deep in their own territory.
Yeah, there's plenty of time, so they're going to. Uh-oh.
And that's way over his head.
Almost had a little interference there, but he caught himself and didn't go ahead and go through with it.
We have a huge size advantage there.
Yeah.
Brings up a 3rd and 10. Again, big down for the Redbirds. 6:08 to go. First quarter, Redbirds up 6-0.
Overthrew him, and number 4 open over the middle.
Carson Forbes, he's 6'2". That's a big wide receiver too. That brings on the Metamora return team, and it looks like East Peoria will send on their punt team.
I'm sorry, it'll be 4th down.
So Vogel and Poston come back deep for the Redbirds.
Ooh, he stepped away.
Ooh.
Taken by number 11. Number 25. Austin. Tackled by number 11.
Poston brings the ball out to about the 26-yard line. So Metamora will set up shop on their own 26. 5:58 to go, first quarter.
bubble screen coming from the outside in.
Was that Gatton?
Pass complete to number 2.
Moore.
Jack Moore with a nice run after the catch.
He's limping too.
A first and 10 for Redbird.
They're starting the clock. Hey, the kid's laying on the ground.
Was that a cramp?
I don't know. Must not be too serious. They're getting him up. It was pretty serious. He wouldn't get up.
You know, they're carrying him off.
Probably just a cramp.
Brings up a first and 10 for the Redbirds out to about the 39-yard line.
Yep, 38.
No, they're not. Well, maybe they are going to lay him down. If they lay him down, that's probably a cramp.
Oh. Intercepted. Hit his arm. You know, they're playing on Twins of both sides. They're playing man-to-man coverage with nobody in center field. So if one of those guys can run by that inside coverage, there's nothing there. And that's what we're trying to do that in the last play. How could a kid get that high to block his pass? You know?
He had to jump.
Yeah.
So East Peoria will start off in Redbird territory at about the 37-yard line.
Push it back.
And the Redbirds will get him at about the 39-yard line.
Yeager.
West Bay keeps the ball over to the left side. Eckler in the backfield. Also 5 on the play. Bring up second down.
Big play by the Redbird defense. That's about a 6-yard loss. Yeah, maybe 5-yard loss.
So they had like trips over this way and had everybody over this way and had one-on-one on the backside over there with nobody out there. I wonder why he rolled this way. Now they got twins. They got both sides. That's a form of your pick route.
Yeah.
The outside guy runs a post, the inside guy runs an out, and they try to, without being obvious about it, run him off a block.
Complete to number 88, Lahood.
Brings up a third and about 5. That's a pickup of almost 10 yards.
I think if he's a little more conservative and looks for the short guy, you know, he could find some people open. Uh-oh. I didn't see him get knocked down. He slipped. What they're doing is that the safeties are about 10 to 12 yards off of the inside receiver. So the inside receiver is simply running an out, and the safety has to try to cover him from that deep. So he's open for a 5-yard gain, 6, 7-yard gain.
All right. Holding on Metamora.
Wow. I don't know. I didn't see anybody around the ball. Maybe try to run a pattern. Somebody grabbed him.
6-0 Redbirds with 3:59 to go. First quarter.
Yeah, you can't take everybody lightly, can you?
The result of the penalty. Ball will be placed at the 18-yard line. It'll be first and 10. for the
Moore's
Raiders.
running well. It must have been a cramp.
Get that quarterback.
See, they're picking on the inside receiver Because that safety's playing so far off of him, he can stop about 5 or 6 yards, and he's open. You're gonna have to bring the defense up to get in his face.
So that's a first down on about the 6-yard line. 3:40 to go first quarter. Redbird's up 6-0, but East Peoria knocking on the door.
Stuff it up, D. Come on, D.
Oh!
Almost intercepted.
Yeah, see, it's a little bit tougher to throw that pass because they're down near the goal line and the defensive backs are up tighter. Now you might try to hit that wide receiver on a post or something inside because the middle defensive backs are coming up tight.
That ball's deflected. Nice job. Is that Birch that knocked that down?
West Bay's pass deflected at the line of scrimmage.
I was watching secondary.
3rd and goal from the 6. And he'll go down at about the, well, he may be back to the line of scrimmage, maybe about a foot.
Yeah, he's about 5-yard line. 6-yard line, 5-yard line.
Brings up a 4th and goal. Nice job by the Redbird defense. They closed in a hurry.
Well, he's going to have to throw it to get it in. I don't think they can run it in.
Intercepted by Metamora.
Just stand there. Stay there. Stay there.
And that'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. Good job by the Redbird defense.
Yes.
Good job.
Nice interception. Number 1, Gatton.
Yes. That's a nice play by Gatton.
He stayed with it.
Yes. Ball be placed at the 20-yard line.
So the interception actually helps us because instead of at the 6, we get it at the 20.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Definitely.
2:32 to go.
And actually, you can run it out of there, but I wouldn't advise it with all the people around you.
No. But once you got by that initial line, you'd have...
Yeah, everybody else on this side of the field.
So here comes the Redbird offense again.
Got trips this way, split end to the left.
Let's do this.
Is that,
Pickup of 2.
is that Poston?
Ball carrier number 25. Taken down on the field by number 84, Hart. Gain of 2 on the play. Bring up 2nd down and 8.
Poston's number's not on the roster.
They said it was, that's who they said it was. You know, they seem to have more success when they run right at them rather than run lateral.
Brings up a 3rd and short.
Ball carrier. Brings down to be 3rd down.
We need a first here. This is usually where the quarterback carries the ball, right? Fake
Yeah,
the
but
ball in
I
there.
think he's probably going to give it to Mr. Yeager. And Tommy keeps it, and he's got some room. Nice job. Nice read by Tommy. And he gets it out to about the 44-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 Redbirds.
You know,
Nice read.
You figure that he can get 4 or 5. You know,
If he just falls forward, he's
yeah,
6'8".
and I know, and then he gets a full head of steam. Who knows what might happen? But he's good at finding that hole, finding that soft spot up inside to get the first down and the touchdowns.
Redbirds move it out to the 44-yard line again. Now they flip the field on East Peoria. He crosses the 45 down to about the 46. Pickup of about a long 2.
Right side, a gain of 2 on the play.
He's
Bring
28.
up 2nd down and 8.
Who's 28?
For Metamora?
Yeah.
I don't think we have a 28.
He just carried the ball.
Oh, that was Jaeger.
Oh, that was 21?
20.
20, okay, good. So wait a minute, I don't have him.
About 12 seconds to go, first quarter.
He's gone.
And there's some separation speed there. Jaeger with a nice touchdown run, and he'll go 56 yards for the touchdown. Nice job by the Redbird offensive line.
You know, definitely, and he hit that straight ahead. He didn't go lateral and then up. He hit, boom, he's gone. You know, that's
54 yards for the touchdown.
They get that quick hole up in there and they're gone.
Yeah, he did a nice job of accelerating after he got through that initial line and did a nice job. That puts Redbirds up 12-0, and they'll bring their offense back onto the field. We haven't had a lot of luck on these two-point conversions.
No, not at all. You know, and we run the ball so well, it's hard to understand, you know.
Running like a young scout.
And Tommy will get it in. 14-0 Redbirds. Take this time to thank our sponsors: City Blue Technologies, Commerce Bank, Daisy Mays Gaming Cafe, Germantown Grill, Hanover's Pub, Logo Wear, Mason Funeral Homes, Metamora Fields Golf Club, Metamora McDonald's, Metamora IGA, Michael's Italian Feast, Sunbelt Rentals, and Snyder Village. That was an impressive drive, 80 yards.
Yeah. And really only one first down they had to pick up was the third and 3 is the only one that was even doubtful.
And Tommy got a nice carry on that.
Yeah.
Offensive line did an awful nice job.
And we're doing this without throwing the ball too.
Yeah, I think we only tried one pass on that that series of downs. It's not a real nice night to throw the ball.
No, it's not.
No. That was one thing I asked Tommy today. I asked him, I go, you think you're going to throw the ball a lot tonight? And he said he wasn't sure what was going to happen.
You know, there are some quarterbacks that it doesn't seem to affect, and there are other quarterbacks that just can't throw it when it's wet.
Mitch ball.
Looks like Drew Damery's down.
Kickoff out to the 30.
Coach Delancey kept saying, well, when we get a dry ball early, we might throw it. Well, that tells me that maybe he has trouble throwing a wet ball.
Or is this just a game you want to work on your
Well, it's
on your run
kind,
game?
it's kind of forcing you to, isn't it, because of the weather? Yeah, definitely. And
Is that another cramp?
Looks like it.
I don't know. They're not. Are they pushing the toe back to the?
Yeah. But when they flip him over.
Yeah.
As we get ready to start this second quarter.
See, the wind has not affected field position at all in this first quarter, did it?
No, not at all. I thought their runner was out of bounds down
I did
here
too.
about the 9-yard line.
I did too, and I think the one official back there, he had a bad angle. He was more inside trying to look out. But there should have been one along this sideline.
Colton?
So I went down because he saw Jack Moore went down earlier, and I talked with Dr. Hall, and he said when he got tackled on the East Peoria sideline, he felt a tweak on the inside of his left knee, but it seemed that it was more down in his tibia, and they had him running and cutting, and they said he seemed to be fine, and so he ended up actually going back in the game, so I think he'll be all right. But we'll probably have to go down and check on what happened here with Damery. And then we got word on Ben Bachman. He had an x-ray this morning. The doctor said that he's fine to return, but it's up to him because it wasn't 100%, ready to be, or fully healed. But they said, he could return if he wanted to, so he should be back next week for Limestone.
Well, it might be a good week to take off.
Yeah.
You know, and get healthy.
I heard that he was probably going to be sitting out at least until the Dunlap game.
Yeah.
He's going to have to get a few practices in anyway. So
I missed middle 6 games of my senior year, and it's tough. It really is.
Especially your senior year.
Yeah.
Drew Damery is a senior.
The basketball coach said, "Now you know you're done for football." I said, "You know I'm not."
Quarterback?
Oh yeah, quarterback. I was the only senior on the basketball team, but to tell you about my basketball abilities, my junior year we won our first game. We lost 21 in a row, and I was not a starter. Kind of tells you a little bit about my basketball ability. He didn't speak to me for 2 weeks because I was going to go back and play football those last 2 games. I prefer football, and I ended up, being able to play at Monmouth a year, so it worked. This is the type of night that you don't like. Players standing around, getting cold and wet and whatever. And so
Well, let me ask you, you're a player down on the field. Does this rainy, cold weather even affect you?
Pardon me?
Does it even really affect you when you're down on the field and you're playing?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and it affects you more if you're way ahead or way behind.
Yeah.
But if it's a good ball game, as long as it's not cold, you get cold wind, and boy, it's miserable. It's down there. But this is not cold, so this isn't too bad. As long as you're moving around and the kids don't even wear sideline coats anymore. It used to be they had those big old sideline coats that they would put on, and they don't even wear those anymore. So
good to see us out there. Coaches have them running.
Yeah. Has Metamora in the past couple of years been fortunate as far as no serious injuries?
Yeah, we've been pretty blessed. We haven't had anybody that had anything that was real serious. We've had injuries, but I guess with the exception last year of Jackson Swanson on the sophomore team had a nasty injury, dislocated ankle, I believe, and a broken leg.
Oh, dislocations are hard. They're ugly.
Yep.
I've seen shoulders and elbows, and especially elbow dislocation. Oh.
Going here, it's 1st and 10 for East Peoria at their own 34-yard line.
Shifted into an I, got under center. That's a switch.
Yeah, pickup of about 2. Well, it's raining pretty good now.
He must feel that he can't throw into the wind and rain. With the wind and rain. Well, so much for that thought.
Yeah. Well, I thought for a second there that we were going to
pick that up and go the other way, yeah.
Brings up a 3rd and about, we'll say 3.
Yeah.
Brings in Vogel and Poston into the Redbird lineup. And he's going to be short.
Yeah, he didn't get it.
He's up a 4th and about long 1, maybe 2.
Yeah, and I think it's too early in the game to go for it. I really do, because if you go for it and don't get it now, you're giving Metamora a great field position. I think they're going for it, though.
Well, they may try to draw us off sides.
Yes, true.
Quarterback sneak.
Yep. He may have gotten it where the mark is, so the one that's coming in from the sideline. I think it looks like they got it.
Boy, did he get that far?
I didn't think so, but the official gave it to him.
First down, Raiders.
Like a pretty generous spot.
It was.
$10-17 to go, second quarter. Redbirds up 14-0.
They're going to have a hard time running the football against the Redbird defense.
Yeah, I think so too. You know, they kind of showed that when they got down inside the 10, down to the 6, and they couldn't punch it in.
Yeah.
Had Colton Kaler go down to the sideline and kind of get an idea what is wrong with what happened to Drew Damery.
He bounced that outside. Nice cut.
Brogan Stewart around the outside. Pushed out of bounds at the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 Raiders.
So Colton, did you get a report on Drew Damery?
Yeah. It doesn't look good. They had him stretchered off, obviously, and they had his ankle wrapped up, and it does not appear to be good. So one can assume what that will bring.
Oh, Metamora knocked it away from each other.
Yeah.
They had a pick.
He threw that up for grabs. There was more Metamora people there than East Peoria people.
Well, thanks, Colton. Hopefully it won't be that bad.
Hopefully not, but Coach Ryan came off onto the sideline. Obviously, he seemed to be a little concerned and disappointed.
Brings up a 2nd and 10 from the Redbird 37-yard line.
Oh, wait a minute. That's grounding the ball. That is grounding the ball.
Is he out of the pocket?
Doesn't make any difference. In high school ball, I don't think it makes any difference.
Just an incomplete pass.
So it brings up a 3rd and 10. Nice job by the Redbirds, putting on some pretty good pressure.
Uh-oh. This might be on the Redbird bench. Oh.
Illegal participation?
Yeah, I guess. Huh.
That moves it back to the
Illegal substitution.
That's a 15-yarder, so they're right at the 49-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and about. It's about 24 yards.
Yeah, 24 yards. That's about right. 23.
That brings up a 4th and 24. So that
lost it down too, huh?
Yeah, but if you haven't run the down, how can it be a loss of down? Oh, he's down.
He's down. Oh, yeah. Some penalties, it's an automatic loss of down. Usually, if illegal receiver downfield, something like that. But that wasn't the signal, was it?
No. So the Redbirds will get a break there. The punter put his knee on the ground. That'll be a 1st and 10 from the Red Raider 39-yard line. Redbirds will take over, 1st and 10. Redbirds already up 14-0 with 9:10 to go here in the first half.
Boy, that was a turnabout, wasn't it? They went from their own, from our 35 so all the way back to their own 38, 39-yard line. And we get the ball. Look how close they're playing. Now you can't tell me we can't run by those guys.
Logan with a nice hard run. He's able to turn the corner and pick up about 8 yards.
Metamora takes the ball around the left side.
Oh, no, we'll say 6.
2-yard line. They'll bring up 2nd down at 3.
He gave him 7.
Yeah, he did get 7. 8:42 to go first half. And boy, it's starting to come down pretty good now.
Yeah, they're going to try to pound it, keep it down, and
brings up a third in less than a yard.
yeah, you got 2 downs now to get the first, so you can be patient.
Inside the 30-yard line of the Red Raiders, that brings in Connor Burnett.
Under ideal weather, this is a great passing down because you'd come back on 4th and get the first down. But this tonight, I just didn't get the first down. He wanted to keep that ball, but he couldn't get it out.
Hall keeps the ball.
Yeah, that'll be a first down for the Redbirds.
It'll be a first down, Redbirds.
Colton, when you were down on the field, was the wind a factor? Could you tell if it...
Not really when I was down there, no. It seemed to be pretty calm when I was down there. It's picked up a little bit since I've came back up.
Oh, had a step on him.
Ball's pass is incomplete.
Not a bad pass, though. Pretty good effort there. Just a little bit out of the reach of John Gatton.
This ball kind of wobbled a little bit. That's that wet ball.
That's showing a lot of faith in your running when you can come back on first down like that. And I like that first down call.
Oh, yeah, I think that's a great passing down first down. It kind of loosens things up.
Oh, yeah. Logan McClure is going to have a touchdown, Metamora. There's some awfully nice blocking out there on that far side. I believe that was Nelson.
Once he got to the corner, there wasn't anybody.
No, there was nobody there. They sealed it off. Puts Redbirds up 20-0 here with 7:24 to go, first half. Yeah, I don't think Pat realized it was a touchdown.
No, there's no signal.
So that sends Vogel into the extra point. Geyer, the snapper, and Bean Blossom, the holder.
There you go.
And he sends it halfway down the hill.
Extra point attempt is good.
21-0 Redbirds. 7:24 to go here in this first half. East Peoria has been a game opponent tonight.
Yes, they have. Surprisingly, they have. Early, they threw the ball well, and then we kind of stopped that. So that was the most momentum they had was throwing. The short outs, the quick hitches.
You know, for a nice rainy night, we've got a pretty good-looking student body over there.
Yeah. That's what you get when you win.
Yeah, the student section comes out as Vogel gets ready to kick off.
This is a great facility, isn't it?
It is an awfully nice facility.
This beats old Stamper Stadium, I guarantee you.
Real good coverage down there. He'll get out to about the 25-yard line.
Mitch Ball takes the kickoff out to the...
Yeah, that was a nice high kick, plenty of time to cover, get people downfield.
They're going to give him the 26.
You probably haven't had a chance to see Peoria Central past few years, but they onside every kick.
Every time.
And they're giving you the ball almost in midfield. You know, nobody understands why he does that.
Because he just wants the ball back. He doesn't care if you score.
Yeah, that's right. You score, we'll score.
Caught up to him a little bit last year.
Good
that's good coverage.
Yeah, more. Run step for step with him.
Yep. 7:08 to go, first half. Incomplete pass. That'll give them a 2nd and 10 from their own 26-yard line.
They almost have to throw the ball. They can't. I don't think they can get a first down in two runs.
Actually, they did put it on the 25. Yeah, I agree with you. I think they're going to have to do something. They haven't even tried to throw to this number 11 out here. He's 6'5".
Really? Huh.
We said that, and then they turned the corner.
That's what you get when you throw the ball enough that they loosen everything up. And
Kaden, Regan takes the ball around left side out to the
the front 4 or 5 pass rushing, they run right by the run. 14 as Corchagrosa.
Yes.
Ooh, now that's a pick. The outside guy went in and the inside guy went out right off his tail, and it's he come wide open.
Yeah.
You getting wet?
A little bit. Is it a bad sign where you start seeing the animals doubling up over here?
Oh, look at here. That had to be a breakdown in coverage because he ran a post and he came wide open.
Yeah.
Down to the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, Raiders.
So they're on the 10. This is the 2nd time they've been down to the 10. They haven't come away with points yet. 6:27 to go.
I don't understand that call.
Pickup of about 2 yards.
Yeah.
Well, they've got him. And he gets down to about the 5. Brings up a 3rd and goal.
Uh-oh. Face mask?
Yeah. Something after the play.
It's against Metamora.
Yeah, they're looking right at them. That's half the distance. That'll take it inside.
Against Metamora.
So it takes it down to about the 3.5-yard line. Makes it a. Is that an automatic first?
I don't know. Let's see if he changes it down. He didn't change the down marker, so evidently not.
3rd down.
3rd down. Oh. Got a lot of help out here.
Scoreboard's got 3rd.
That is 4th down. Now the down marker has it as 3rd. Six quarterbacks.
Oh, he dropped the ball.
And Metamora got it.
Yeah.
We had good penetration in there. That's a nice job once again by the Metamora defense.
Doesn't make any difference what down it is now, does it?
No. I'm kind of confused. Was it truly 4th down?
I don't know. They had 3 on the marker, and everybody's hollering 4. I don't know. So said, was it 4 on the scoreboard?
It was 4 on the scoreboard. 4:57 to go. Second quarter, Redbirds up 21-0.
Well, they've been down there twice now and haven't scored. That's big.
Good job by the Metamora defense.
Definitely.
As the Redbird offense comes on in the field. Now, let me ask you this. They're going to put 9 guys in the box. Do you come right out and throw to one of your little slant patterns to one of your receivers and see if you
they
can
get 9 up there tight, I would, yeah.
They're on about the 1.5 yard line. Oh! He had him wide open.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Ball's pass intended for number 1, Kaden. Slips through his hands. Bring up second down.
Wow. He dropped one going down here in the goal line too, I think, or just overthrew him a little bit.
So it makes it a 2nd and 10 for the Redbirds. 4:51 to go. And that'll bring up a 3rd and about 3.
Long 3, 4.
Makes it 4, yeah. Hell, they may have to punt now.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Ball, kick the ball, caught in the backfield. Bring up 4th down.
Is there a way to get under the league or not?
Hall gets ready to punt. He's in right in front of his own goalpost.
Yeah, he's not real deep either. Oh.
Was that partially blocked? Was that partially blocked?
I don't know what it was. It was from the 6 to the what?
26 yards. It's about a 20-yard punt.
20-yard punt. Suck it up here and stop this before the half.
3:30 to go, first half. Redbirds up 21-0.
Wish a lot of room out there to the left, isn't it? All by yourself out there.
That's out of bounds.
Yeah.
Well, they got some good pressure again. Joe Birch. And it looks like maybe Logan McClure.
Yeah. 43.
Oh, no, that was Dathan Reynolds.
Right, Reynolds.
Connor Burnett.
McClure.
Is that McClure?
Yeah, he came
Oh, that
through.
is McClure, yeah.
He came through free.
McClure. Nice play by Logan McClure.
He had a
Big
full
sack.
head of steam.
Yeah.
Now you can't do that. You can't leave the huddle and run off the field. That's a penalty.
They took a timeout.
Took a timeout. Saved the penalty.
So far, Coach, the Metamora defense has really risen to the occasion. They've done a nice job. They've had their backs kind of against the wall here this quarter a couple of times now. 2:44 to go. It's third and about 15 yards, 16 yards to go.
You know, they twice stopped them. The long pass that East Peoria caught down here, the defense stiffened to stop them there. They stopped them going the other way when they got down inside the 10. So, yeah, they when they had to, they really played good defense. Fortunately, East Peoria had a hard time running the football, and that's because of the defense. Oh, boy. There it goes.
Intercepted. Well, he's got a convoy. And he'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 1 yard line. Who is that?
Kyle Bartman.
Kyle Bartman with a nice interception return. And Metamora will have it first and goal at about the 3 yard line. That's a big play by the Redbird defense, and he had a convoy out in front of him.
Plenty of time.
2:28 to go. First half, Redbird's knocking on the door again. Tommy, he'll walk in. Touchdown, Redbirds. That's all set up by Kyle Bartman. What a nice pass rush, though, by Metamora down here earlier.
Yeah, they forced the bad throw. Joe Birch got a heck of a block down here on the goal line. He pulled, came this way, and Tommy got in behind him. So, you know, again, the lineman did a great job.
Yes.
2:24 to go, first half. Redbirds up 27-zip.
Wow, you know, this game could very easily be like 20-14 or something like this,
Yeah.
you know?
And Vogel knocks it through, makes it 28-0 Redbirds. 2:24 to go. Well, Colton, you're in school with a lot of these guys. It's got to be awfully nice to walk down the hall, Metamora being 2-0. It's got to be awfully nice.
Yeah, really, I mean, the main thing is that they're just riding the confidence off of the last 2 weeks that they've had. And I mean, when you go out week one, you know, you're not sure how Champaign Central's going to be. You're not sure how even you're going to be. And then you kind of go out and blow them out. And then last week you play probably a better team in Rock Island, and you do the same thing in the first half. But the one thing that they've learned is that they got to be a second half team. They really haven't done that too well in the first 2 games. So that's something I'm hoping to see tonight.
Yeah, and I think, you know, part of that's because they've gotten off to these nice leads and they've kind of called off the dogs a little bit. Tonight, I think they're going to try and have a full, complete game. Pretty good return for East Peoria.
You get pretty conservative in the second half when you're way up and at the end of the first half, and it takes away from your offense. They haven't had to perform, and if they have to, I'm sure they will.
First and 10 for the Raiders.
So East Peoria will have it with 2:18 to go in the first half. Redbirds up 28-0.
They're going to get in the eye and run the ball the rest of the half, I believe. Uh-oh.
Flag on the play.
I believe that one's going to be on East Peoria.
No.
Ooh, what's he calling?
Looks like called a face mask.
Face mask against the Redbirds.
Wow.
Result of play.
I'm a little surprised it took them that long to blow it dead.
That goes on to the end of the run, so that moves it out to about the 41-yard line. 1st and 10, East Peoria. 2:10 to go, first half.
Can't get the clock started. There he goes.
Number 3, Stewart, takes the ball up the middle for a gain of 2. Bring up 2nd down and 8.
.134 to go, first half. There was a hold. Yeah, they held us in the backfield.
Looked like it was a block in the back.
Yeah, the end on that side over there got held. Yep. And that's a spot foul, so that'll come back to about the 40-yard line. He should be down around the 30. Yeah, they take it down to the 31-yard line. It's a pretty good run.
Yes,
brings up a 4th down. 4th and about 4.
Now they say 3rd. Are you sure?
Well, the 3rd down on the marker. Oh, 3rd down. Yeah, it might be. Maybe he changed it before he started moving.
Yeah, the penalty didn't take away the down.
Now it's 4th down.
There you go, yeah.
Metamora take a timeout.
That great big scoreboard, and you have to hunt for the down and distance.
Because it's so small.
Yeah.
Brings up a 4th and about 4 for the Redbirds with just under a minute, 41 seconds to go. East Peoria will get the ball to start the second half.
Well, East Peoria's had their opportunities, haven't they?
Oh, they certainly have. Coach Ryan's, he probably wanted us to be tested. We've been tested.
To an extent we have, yeah.
And we've responded pretty well, so he's got to be happy with that. But then on the other hand, he's got to be kind of unhappy with the fact that we let them test us.
Yeah, we've allowed some big plays.
And they're back in punt formation. They've got to try and pin us deep. There's only 41 seconds to go, so they can't let us stop them and give us the ball.
They surely are not going to fake it.
That's returnable.
Get the bounce, get the bounce. Okay, get away, get away, get away, get away, get away, get away.
So we'll get the ball on about the 18-yard line with 34 seconds.
Throw a deep post.
When you go back to that pass that Gatton dropped earlier?
Yeah, but I think I'd run a skinny post, run it more toward the middle of the field, because we've been running it outside, outside, outside. I'd start outside, then break it off a little bit and run it right down the hash. Depends if they've got a middle safety back there, which they should have, but who knows?
I don't think they do. Well, they do have a safety, but he's awfully shallow, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's got to be Larry the other helping on the other side. Don't throw it. Don't throw it.
Oh, that's going to go the distance. Touchdown, Austin Yeager with a burst of speed, and Gatton did a great job of just running in front of the defender.
Thank goodness he didn't throw it. Where was the ball?
Ball was on the
31.
18-yard line.
Oh, really?
That's an 82-yard.
Test.
That's a nice play by the Redbirds.
He broke a tackle. They got him started, and then he got some steam up, broke a tackle, and he was gone.
Makes it 34-zip Redbirds. 19 seconds to go, first half.
Oh, come on, sit in there.
Did they jump across and hit us, though?
No, they moved over there, but they can do that. Unless they broke the line of scrimmage. But
Offsides against the Raiders.
Yeah,
oh, really?
I thought they came across.
Yeah, a guy moved. I didn't know how far he came. That's an automatic go for 2 when you get a penalty then. But not with 35 points, I guess.
And Vogel kicks it deep again. Nice catch by the chain gang guy down there. 19 seconds to go, first half. Redbirds up 35-0.
It's been a strange half, hasn't it?
It's been a very strange half, you know, and you're right. East Peoria's knocked on the door. They are a very much improved team from last year, I think.
I didn't see them last year, so I can't help you there, but they're better than I thought they were going to be. You know, they were in the first 2 ball games, even though they lost them.
Lost in overtime to Streeter, I believe.
They got beat by East Moline, has been terrible, but they got some athletes. They really do.
Vogel gets ready to kick off. 19 seconds to go.
That's a nice kick. I like those high. Oh, no. Oh, boy. You got a timeout?
And then just let the clock run down to 13 seconds, even though.
Kickoff picked up by number 30 ball. Replaced at 4
I don't think you got enough timeouts to get stopped 3 times.
No.
2 and 2. Take a knee, QB.
Yeah, I think they're going to take a knee. They got somebody back deep in the back of the end zone, which I don't know really why, because
Yeah. He's not going to help when the ball comes loose, is he?
and that'll do it for the first half. Redbirds will take a 35-0 lead into the halftime locker room. Take this time once again to thank our sponsors: Snyder Village, Sunbelt Rentals, Michael's Italian Feast, Metamora IGA, and Metamora McDonald's, Metamora Fields Golf Club, Mason Funeral Homes, Logo Wear, Hanover's Pub, Germantown Grill, Daisy Mays Gaming Cafe, Commerce Bank, and City Blue Technologies. We'll be back in just a few minutes with the second half and the first half stats.
Okay, now it's time for the first half stats. First for East Peoria rushing. Brogan Stewart had 8 carries for 50 yards. Tristan West Bay had 9 carries for -7 yards. And Kaden Regan had 3 carries for 17 yards. East Peoria had a total of 60 yards rushing for an average of 3 yards per carry. Passing, Tristan West Bay was 5 for 15 with 1 interception for 114 yards. On the receiving end, Brayden Brown had 1 reception for 38 yards. Austin Hart had 1 reception for 50 yards. And Ryan Lahood had 3 receptions for 26 yards. East Peoria had a total of 174 yards combined, rushing and passing. They had 3 first downs, rushing, 3 passing, and 2 by penalty. And 13 minutes and 5 seconds time of possession in the first half. Now for Metamora. Thomas Hall had 4 carries for 22 yards and 1 touchdown. Logan McClure had 10 carries for 68 yards and 2 touchdowns. Austin Yeager had 4 carries for 145 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Zach Poston had 2 carries for 9 yards. Metamora had a total of 244 yards rushing for an average of 12.2 yards per carry. Passing, Thomas Hall was 2 for 5 with 1 interception for 24 yards. Receiving, John Gatton had 1 reception for 13 yards and Jack Moore had 1 reception for 11 yards. Metamora had a total of 268 yards rushing and passing combined. Thomas Hall had an extra point with a run, and Ryan Vogel had 3 extra points kicking. First downs, Metamora had 7 rushing and 2 passing for a total of 9 first downs. Metamora had 10 minutes and 55 seconds first half time of possession. Your first half score, Metamora 35, East Peoria 0.
Welcome back to East Peoria. The Redbirds took that 35-0 lead into the halftime locker room, guys. Kind of a business-like approach tonight.
Yeah, definitely. This type of ball game, it's hard to get real high. So you got to execute, work on things, work on your running game, work on your passing game, do the little things that are going to make you better down the road.
Yeah. And I thought Metamora, by and large, did a really nice job.
Yeah, there was a couple letdowns, but they picked up. They got let down on long runs, but then they when it counted, they stopped them inside the 10, and I thought the defense, when it really counted, they played well.
Hopefully we'll have we've yet to score. Well, we've had 1 score in the second half this year.
Really?
Yeah, we scored our first possession of the second half down in Champaign, and that's been it. But a lot of that has to do with Champaign kept the ball away from us, and then last week we kind of called off the dogs a little bit.
Sure.
A little bit of a surprise, some scores around the area. A little bit of a surprise, Rock Island losing at halftime, 22-21 to Peoria Central.
Right, that's definitely a surprise because Central is supposed to be the power in Central Illinois, but that doesn't show it.
No, it certainly doesn't.
I don't know if there's any good football teams in Peoria, really. They're okay, but there's none that are state-bound or anything like that.
You wonder what Central truly does have. You know they're going to score a lot of points, but their defense is just not great.
And you know Washington's going to be good.
Yeah,
they're a good ball club, and they're probably the best in the area. I would figure them to go the farthest. I don't know if they're going to be 5A or 6A.
So we'll be kicking off here in about a minute. Colton? Looks like it's going to be another fun week at school.
Yeah, it will be. It's that's all it is the last few weeks. What we've been looking for is just momentum heading into Dunlap, and they're a good team, and if we can get all that momentum, going into Dunlap, I definitely think that we could go in there and steal a game from them.
You joke about fun at school. I was principal for 14 years and athletic director for 10 more. And when that football team does well, school is more fun.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just less problems. And everything seems to be going so smoothly when that happens.
Metamora gets ready to kick off. Ryan Vogel did a great job that first half. He kicked them really high and made them come up and field those high kickoffs. And by the time they caught him, we had guys down there.
Right. Almost got the last one.
And that'll go out down to about that'll go into the end zone. That'll be a touchback. The Redbird defense comes onto the field.
Raiders will take the ball out to the 20-yard line.
You probably take a lot of the fight out of East Peoria if you could stop them on this first series.
Oh yeah, it's you kind of did that first half when we scored the 82-yard touchdown run by Austin Yeager.
Corsa
Grossa with a nice fill. It's a loss of about a yard and a half. I'll say 2 yards.
Loss of a couple on the play. Bring up second down, 12.
Oh, that's a nice play.
Before it's over, he's going to take a beating.
West base.
And there's not a whole lot to him. Good contain on that side. He broke contain trying to get outside and he couldn't.
Yeah, I couldn't see either. Well, that ball fell short. That brings up a 4th and about 15.
That's that slippery ball. When it gets wet like that, it's hard to, especially if you're trying to throw a line drive. You get it up a little bit and let him run.
Probably gets a little heavy too.
Yeah. You better get off the field here.
Back deep for Metamora. At Poston and Vogel.
Yep.
Number 38, Vogel takes it. Punt.
And he takes it down to about the 30-yard line, 35-yard line?
35.
Oh no, they're saying it's about the 32.
Yeah, not going closer than that. Yeah. Great place to start the second half.
Yeah, that's good field position for Metamora.
Grossa.
That's a nice play. So their announcer doesn't even attempt Corsa Grossa, just calls him Vinny Q.
Yeah. I can understand that.
He's in at quarterback. Inside the 10, that's a nice first down run.
Nice read. He held on to the ball until the guy committed, and then he pulled it and hit it up inside. This is a good experience for Coach Grossa. If something should happen, heaven forbid it happened to Hall, but if he did, this experience will help. Oh.
Makes it a 3rd and about 6 for the Redbirds. Kind of a dangerous pass there.
Yeah, it was. It was kind of throwing up for grabs. There was a couple of defensive players right there. I don't think we'll pass in these 2 downs.
The ball was intended to Clay Keyswater, number 23.
Okay. What year is he?
He's a senior. Oh, Yeager in for the touchdown, and that'll get the clock going.
Yes.
41-0. That's a nice job up front by the Redbird offensive line.
Yeah, he almost went in untouched. Come on, Paul.
Vogel in for the extra point. Geyer to snap it, and Bean Blossom to hold. And it's good.
Wasn't impressive, but it was good.
Looks like all the rest of them tomorrow morning in the paper.
Yeah, it does.
42-0 Redbirds, and that'll keep the clock going after this kickoff.
You know, the last 2 weeks we've seen the starters actually, you know, kind of come out for the second half, but they're calling off the dogs pretty early tonight.
And they'll be able to do it a little extra early tonight because the clock will be running.
As Melody's in to kick for Vogel.
Trace Melody comes in, and they'll get the ball at about the 32-yard line. 31-yard line.
First down.
First down. Pretty nice tackle by Clay Keysweater.
Nice throw, nice catch.
Pass complete to number 6, Brown. Takes it out to the 44-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Come on, D.
Coming in on 8 minutes to go, third quarter.
West Bay keeps the ball. Cross midfield down to the 34-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Raiders.
7:30 to go. Good rush that time, caused that ball to be a little bit short.
West Bay's pass is incomplete.
Brings up a 2nd and 10 for the Red Raiders.
I'm out here by myself, getting wet.
It's a little easier to see it on the TV.
Oh, good.
Oh, nice job by the Redbird.
Oh, good, yeah.
They're giving him forward progress. Metamora player down. I can't see who that player is.
You got to go out.
Tyler Freeze, number 65, is the injured player. He's a good player. This is his first week back.
That pick route's been good for him the whole ball game. 2 guys went inside, he came outside. We didn't get enough for the first down.
Austin Asbury, I think, with the tackle, brings up a 4th and about 6.
4th down, Raiders.
You got to make sure the quarterback doesn't keep the ball here. He's a pretty good little runner.
And now Redbirds will take over on downs. That's a nice job by the Redbird defense.
Peoria's pass is incomplete. Down.
Now eat up some clock.
Clock continues to run. Metamora gets ready to come onto the field. Of course, Grossa will be the quarterback again. Took a pretty good shot there.
Metamora caught in the backfield. Lost one on the play. They bring up second down.
Austin Robertson, one of the players in. Zach Hines also in on for the Redbirds on the line.
Metamora caught in the backfield by number 4, Forbes. Lost a couple on the play. Bring up third down.
He's up a third and about 13 for the Redbirds.
Oh,
Pass complete to number 12, Lopez. Ball
Makes it a
placed at
fourth and about 4. That'll bring on the Redbird punt team. Number 17, Barrett Gatton in to punt for the Redbirds.
oh,
It's partially blocked. They rushed one guy and he blocked it.
Loss of a couple yards on the punt. Being turned over to the Raiders. First and 10.
2:09 to go here in this third quarter.
did you get your nap in?
yeah. That's pretty nice.
A lot of strange faces in there now. Oh,
Ball went aimlessly out of bounds on that far side. Makes it a 2nd and 10
Number 6, Brown.
for the Redbird or for the Red Raiders. We're now under 2 minutes to go in third quarter. Pretty decent crowd for as nasty of a night it is.
for Metamora, yeah.
For Metamora, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. You can count them over there on the other side.
They all came in a station wagon. Oh, wow.
I didn't think that was. You could probably count the players and count the parents up there, and that's the whole crowd.
Yeah, small little student section.
Yeah.
That'll be a first down for the Red Raiders. And we've had quite a few penalties tonight.
We have had?
Yeah, we've had quite a few penalties. Yeah, East Peoria will get the ball on the Redbird 18-yard line. Under a minute to go here in this third quarter, I mean. Nice job by the Redbird defense.
Yeah, somebody came in from the right side over here.
Is that Tyler
Hard.
Freeze?
24.
Regan, no gain on the play. Regan, second down.
Up to the end of the third quarter. 24 is Jake Walsh.
Jake Walsh.
I'd like to thank our sponsors, Snyder Village, Sunbelt Rentals, Michael's Italian Feast, Metamora IGA, Metamora McDonald's, Metamora Fields Golf Club, Mason Funeral Homes, Logo Wear, Hanover's Pub, Germantown Grill, Daisy Mays Gaming Cafe, Commerce Bank, and City Blue Technologies. Got to be happy with these kids that have come in here this second half, and they've done a nice job.
They've got to be happy to be playing, too.
Oh, that's the nice thing. This is invaluable when you can get kids in for almost an entire second half.
You know, what you got to remember, too, is if they play like this, they're going to practice better.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that means so much. If a kid can play in the ball game and he sees where his practice is helping him play, they practice harder.
Another surprising score. Rock Island has taken the lead against Peoria Central.
Oh, my gosh. Huh.
27-21.
Huh. Ooh. Almost
pretty good defense.
He got around just a hair earlier. He could have intercepted that.
So is that Caleb Welsh, number 27?
It looks like 27, yeah. Yeah, it is.
Pass overthrown. Pretty good defense.
Not bad. What helps is to get a pass rush. That helps with pass defense immensely. That's the best pass defense you can play.
Oh,
good
nice
play.
defense.
Good play. Yes. Don't call that one.
So the Redbirds will take over on defense, on offense. Another nice job by the Redbird defense.
Because I think they're probably playing a lot of regulars on the other side, you know.
I'm sure they are. The same quarterback. Well, so far the only down to this game has been the injury to Drew Damery.
Yeah, that's tough. Still got Q in there, yeah. Vinny is still quarterback. What's going on?
They need a guard.
Oh, minor thing like that. Where are the shot clocks? Did he turn it off too?
They haven't used them the whole game. The one down here has been in.
Oh, almost.
The one down here in this far corner has never worked. So
really?
Yeah, it worked for about maybe one or two plays in the first game, and they shut it off, and they've been keeping the time ever since.
I doubt whether a delay of game will be called the rest of this game.
No. So it's a beautiful facility, but not everything works.
Yeah.
Try it again.
There you go.
Let's see who that is.
21.
Is that Clay Kiesler?
No,
Number 23.
23.
23 is Clay Keyswater.
Okay.
Third down and 2.
Brings up a 3rd and 2 for the Redbirds.
Let's get this first down here and keep the ball.
Be nice just to run the clock out.
Yeah, that last time we punted it wasn't impressive.
Did you have a second team punt team?
No. Tell you what, we did have one time. This is hard to believe. I can't remember his name. We had a guard that got hurt his junior year, hurt his knee. And,
At Metamora?
Yeah. He came back his senior year, and the only thing the doctor would let him do is center on punts and then get off the field. He couldn't even go down the field. So he did this all year long. Well, we got the state championship game. Early in the game, he gets hit, and he can't play anymore. And we have never had anybody else center the whole year long.
Oh, boy.
So I asked for volunteers and get kids. Well, I tried out early in the year. I said, okay, you're the center. He gets hurt. So now you're in a state championship game, and you're down to your 3rd team. And this kid had never even attempted to center. He said, Coach, I'll do it. He did it.
Nice coverage. Number 7 for the Redbirds. Evan Jones. Nice job.
Just keep that clock moving.
And the 7:20 to go in the ball game. Redbirds up 42-0.
Punt taken by number 22, Bustle. Ball will be placed at the 43-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Raiders.
Redbirds put on a pretty good pass rush. He was able to pick up about, we'll say 4 yards, but pretty nice job by the Redbird defense.
Yeah, that was an individual effort to pick up the 4 yards. So he was forced out of the pocket, and he was on the dead run, running for his life.
I don't think East Peoria has made a whole lot of changes. The ball's overthrown.
Yeah.
Brings up a 3rd and about long 6, maybe 7.
Yeah, I'd say 7.
Bring up 3rd down.
Just under 6 minutes to go.
They're not even using down and distance on the scoreboard. They got 1st and 10.
Yeah, they haven't all, well, they did a little bit, but not much. Spent all their time learning how to do the graphics.
Oh, intercepted. 23.
That's Clay Keyswater. Nice job, and he'll take the ball. He's still going. He goes inside. That's a nice job by Clay Keyswater.
Sure was.
His dad, Steve, is the freshman football coach.
Oh, okay.
So he's got to be a happy camper on the sidelines.
And what year is he?
He's a senior.
Okay.
But he's worked hard, and it's nice to see that.
Yeah, it's good for you.
And Zach Beanblossom will come in to quarterback for the Redbirds. The Redbirds will have their 3rd quarterback. Caleb Welsh.
Way to go, John.
Pick up a 1st down.
Number 23, Keyswater. Result of the play will be a
Is that
1st down.
Keyswater? Or was that Welsh?
I thought it was 23. Who's that?
Oh, it is 23. That is Keyswater.
Yeah, he came from over here.
Ball a little bit high and off the fingertips of the would-be receiver. John Geyer. .347 to go.
You run pretty hard, 34.
34, that's Matthew Ulrich. Nice run, boy. That was a hard run. He ran over a guy.
Yeah.
So Ulrich picks up some tough yardage.
What year is he?
He's a senior.
A lot of seniors, huh?
We have 32, I believe, on this team.
Wow.
Just under 3 minutes. Touchdown. Ulrich with a big, that's a nice drive by the Redbirds, set up by that Clay Keysweater interception. Ulrich gets the big touchdown and brings it out to 48.
Go for one, don't get 50.
And I believe that's Trace. Hold on a second, make sure I get the name right. Trace Melody. And he gets it. Trace Melody with the extra point. Makes it 49-0 Redbirds with closing in on 2 minutes to go. So
moving right along.
barring something really strange, I think the Redbirds are going to get the win.
You think?
Yeah, it should be.
How many onside kicks would you have to recover?
6. You have to return this for a touchdown.
But you got to score first.
yeah, return this for a touchdown and then recover 6 onside kicks and score.
It might be tougher to score.
So the Redbirds will go to 3-0 on the season, 1-0 in the Mid-Illini Conference. We'll be home next week against Limestone.
Wonder what they're doing.
They were getting beat 35-0 to Washington.
That's right.
At halftime. So Melody will tee it up to start, or to 2 minutes to go.
Oh, buddy. Take a knee. Why is the clock stopped? Oh, there it goes.
So we're under 2 minutes to go. Imagine we'll have a very happy head coach, Pat Ryan. He'll be a little bit upset with the injury to Drew Damry. I'm sure that'll put a little bit of a cloud over the Redbirds' victory here tonight, but overall he's got to be pretty happy. And number 2, it's Burnett. He was their, no, that's a quarterback, isn't it? Yeah. Second and about 2 yards to go as we close in under a minute to go.
Let the little guy go. He can run.
Yeah, 32 seconds.
Regan to get the ball carrier on the left side. Take the ball out to the 31-yard line. First and 10 for the Raiders.
About one more play, and the Redbirds will close off this game 49-0, barring some big-time breakdown. And the Redbirds will get the shutout, 49-zip. We'll be back in just a few minutes with the end of the game stats and a chat with head coach Pat Ryan.
Okay, it's time for the end of the game stats. First for East Peoria rushing. Brogan Stewart had 9 carries for 48 yards. Tristan West Bay had 12 carries for 15 yards, and Kaden Regan had 8 carries for 41 yards. East Peoria had a total of 104 yards rushing for an average of 3.6 yards per carry. Passing, Tristan West Bay was 7 for 26 and 2 interceptions. He passed for 131 yards. Receiving, Carson Forbes had 1 reception for 4 yards. Brayden Brown had 2 receptions for 51 yards. Austin Hart had 1 reception for 50 yards, and Ryan Lahood had 3 receptions for 26 yards. East Peoria had a total of 235 yards rushing and passing combined. They had 5 first downs rushing, 4 passing, and 3 by penalty. Their second half time of possession was 13 minutes and 51 seconds. Now for Metamora. Thomas Hall had 4 carries for 22 yards and 1 touchdown. Logan McClure had 10 carries for 68 yards and 2 touchdowns. Austin Yeager had 5 carries for 155 yards and 3 touchdowns. Zach Poston had 2 carries for 9 yards. Vinny Corsia-Grossa had 4 carries for 18 yards. Austin Osbury had 1 carry for 0 yards, and Matthew Arrett had 2 carries for 17 yards and 1 touchdown. Metamora had a total of 289 yards rushing for an average of 10.3 yards per carry. Passing, Thomas Hall was 2 for 5 with 1 interception and 24 yards. Vinny Corsia-Grossa was 3 for 4 for 17 yards, and Zach Beanblossom was 1 for 1 for 10 yards for a total of 51 yards passing. Receiving, John Gatton had 1 reception for 13 yards. Zach Moore had 1 reception for 11 yards. Connor Lopez had 1 reception for 9 yards. And Clay Kiesewetter had 3 receptions for 18 yards. Metamora had a total of 340 yards total rushing and passing. Points, point after attempts, Thomas Hall had 1 point after for, he had a run. And Ryan Vogel had 4 kicks, and Melody had 1 kick for extra point. First downs, Metamora had 9 rushing, 3 passing, and the second half time of possession of 10 minutes and 9 seconds. Your final score at East Peoria, Metamora 49, East Peoria 0.
Welcome back to East Peoria. We're here with Metamora head coach Pat Ryan. Coach, nice win, 49 to nothing. Freshman got a 49-0 win.
Well, there's a lot of positives tonight, and not a very good night, because sometimes it's just about hanging in there and maybe limited some of the things that we could do. But I still thought all the quarterbacks threw well given the circumstances. We ran the ball a little better, and that's important, because if we get the right looks, we got to run it in there. And so I thought we did a better job in there. And they've got a couple guys, 64 and 58. They're couple pretty stout D linemen. 64, we remembered him from last year, but they lost their best running back. He had a concussion, and so we did a lot of good things. I thought they hung in there real well early. Defensive stops, not letting them in, that was big, because they certainly had a couple chances. But overall, good. Some real nice plays. I mean, Barty's interception, Clay's interception. And Austin had some big runs for us. When he got the seam, he'd be the first to say there was good blocking, but he broke a couple tackles too. Another steady game out of Tom, guiding it, managing, and then certainly coaching Vinny up in the second half, and Beanie had a nice series there at the end. So a lot of good things. Still some things that we're disappointed in. We gave up a couple big plays that we shouldn't have, and we had a couple big plays that we didn't get. So, you want to be happy, but you realize that if you give up easy touchdowns against great teams, sometimes that's the difference in the ball game. Tonight it wasn't, but we gave up that one over there, and we've been preaching that. And so, still things to point out, but it was a good game.
I thought when your defense had to play well, they played really, really well.
Yeah, and they did a nice thing. They bounced a couple outside. They completed some short routes that the kid threw it right on the money. I think we were a little cautious in coverage early, and they took advantage of it. I think we started to tighten down a little bit and realize they weren't going to get by us vertically. But we're going to have to continue to work in the secondary, and at times I felt like we didn't defend the run as well as we should.
The other thing that kind of put a little bit of a bad cloud on this is a possible serious injury with Drew Dameron.
Yeah, it doesn't look good. I mean, I don't think it's a compound fracture or anything, but if he broke his fibula, obviously he's out for the year. So, you hate to see it, and it was weird because it's just so weird how things happen sometimes. I thought the kid was going to catch the ball and run right out of bounds, and then there's nothing. Yeah. And then all of a sudden it gets crazy. And I tell you what, everybody praises Turf, and I'm not saying it's Turf's fault that he got hurt, but I tell you what, when you have to redirect and you don't have a whole lot of give, I'll take a. I'm glad we played on Turf tonight. Don't get me wrong, but I just think sometimes those are results of because it doesn't have any give. You put your cleats in the ground and it ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, that's true, and that's probably the only downside to it tonight. I thought, you were limited, like you said. You weren't able to probably do some things you wanted to do because of the weather, but you still were able to do some really, really nice things. You were able to throw the ball. A lot of people wouldn't even have attempted to throw the ball.
Yeah, it was. I mean, if you'd have said there was going to be that many passing attempts by both teams, that would have been a little bit of a surprise. But I'm happy. What I like most about our guys, we like so much about our guys so far is they're in the game, and Matt Howard gets his first varsity touchdown, and our guys go crazy. They see Clay Keysweater make an interception, they go crazy. They love their teammates. I mean, we're building a good family relationship with these kids, and they're doing a lot of it. We've got good leadership. Our seniors have good buy-in, and that makes it fun because we're going to deal with adversity. We had a little bit tonight. And it's going to come, and those are the nights you got to stay tight because if you don't have that, eventually it gets you.
Well, we'll let you get going here because the buses are waiting for you.
Yeah, they're warming up.
Yeah. And they probably have to take you with you.
Yeah, they'll give me a certain amount of time.
But I think people are probably going to realize maybe tomorrow morning when they read the sports page that Metamora probably, you're probably a little bit better than some people thought with the fact that Rock Island beat Peoria Central.
I don't think many people would predict that. I wouldn't have said I would have predicted. I just thought we felt like Rock Island had a lot of good players. So, yeah, I mean, that should build our spirits up for sure. But
it's going to make some people look, aren't they?
Yeah. It makes that win a little better, and it's a playoff point for sure. So, anything we can get.
Well, we'll let you get going here, Coach. Congratulations, and we'll see you Friday.
Thank you.
That'll do it from